That's okay.
We'll lose that.
All right, welcome in, you guys.
Hola.
So, this collective read is for the moon and Sag opposing Jupiter and Gemini. It's going to happen at 9:45 p.m. tonight at 11 degrees and 27 minutes. All right, let's see. Should I go downstairs, Pop? Yeah, let me go down. Give me 1 second, you guys. Let me go downstairs with this. You okay right here? We finished coloring? You want to watch TV until I come back up? Because Fab looks like he's ready to take a nap. How you feeling? Better? Okay. Let me know if you want more fruit, okay? All right. 1 second, you guys. I'm going to leave the door cracked, Nene. If you need me, call me, okay? All right. Let me get my meditation music on so I can think straight. All right. So the transits for today, the most significant ones. All right, we have the moon in Sag sextile to Pluto in Aquarius. That was at 3 o'clock this morning at 1 degree and 48 minutes. Literally created a shit show with an unexpected thunderstorm. Okay. All life is ephemeral. Even though we want to cement our lives into secure structure, nature always wins in the end. All right, moon in Sagittarius sextile to the sun in Aquarius at 8:55 this morning. $4 hours. And I'm sorry, 4 degrees and 49 minutes. All right, 4 degrees and 49 minutes of Aquarius. So let's look at that. That was 5th degree. A council of ancestors. That's crazy. I was at the park at this time. All right, so building upon what went before. We make our claims and feel personal pride in our achievements, but really we are no more than the next in a long line. All right, so wise reconciliation of idealism and pragmatism. And then tonight we're looking at the moon in Sag opposing Jupiter and Gemini at 11 degrees and 7 minutes. So we're going to look at the 12th degree of the moon in Sag. Topsy saucily asserting herself. The inextinguishable freedom of mind, habits of behavior, and the thought are heavy burdens that must be cast off if we want to journey into new realms. So casting off the slave mentality. All right, despite the apparent freedom of choice offered by new opportunities, we certainly find ourselves caught up in patterns that limit our personal expression. These are residual thought forms, both personal and cultural, and that tend to make us do and think what we have become habituated to do and think. To be truly free, we must liberate ourselves from the ghost of the past. All right, so this speaks about one's growth. Freedom is expressive in a unique and self-assertive character that rebels against tyranny. All right, so this opposing energy, Jupiter and Sag, is obviously going to be this opposing energy of the 3rd house and the 9th house. Communication opposing that of higher knowledge, all right, and spirituality. So let's take a look at the moon in Sag then at 12 degrees. So this is all about evolution. A flag that turns into an eagle that crows. All right, so announcing the new era. Humanity is on the verge of huge transformation, and those who can feel this have a duty to announce it. So announcing our willingness to evolve. All right. It says the flag that turns an eagle that crows. I seen crows this morning. Go check out my energy check-in. There is today a large movement, ill-defined, and amorphous, which resonates with the idea that humanity is on the brink of a new age of enlightened consciousness. It is inevitable that there would be those who are the first to notice what is coming, as a high soaring eagle is the first to see the sunrise on a new day, and that such people would be likely to find common cause. It is our privilege and duty to announce what we see. All right, so specifically where I was this morning, there was nothing but like geese and a bunch of hawks. All right, so now that I'm able to actually sit here and look up some stuff, All right, so in spirituality, a hawk often symbolizes power, courage, clear vision, and the ability to see the bigger picture. It is often interpreted as a messenger from the spirit world, representing heightened awareness, focus, and the potential to rise above challenges with a new perspective. All right, so seeing the hawk is a divine guidance, basically. Welcome in, you guys. All right, so yeah, the hawks, once they kind of flew away, they were gone, but they were up high, like they were really, really high up there. All right. I'm just reading this real quick. Damn, 30 yards above. That's crazy. It says the hawk is a call from the spiritual to open our eyes, both literal and metaphorically. Their medicine teaches us to be more observant of the subtle signs and synchronicities that life is sending us each day. Hawk encounters remind us to activate our inner vision to see what we might normally miss. All right. Anyway, I like this energy here. So there's some sort of adjustment taking place here. And obviously we had the last quarter moon in Scorpio. All right. So it says willow bends, oak breaks, a balance is sought between real and the ideal. The image for this degree is rather strange, yet we can see how the flag indicates allegiance, and we see how a noble bird behaves like a common crow. This hints at the need we have to adjust and almost falsify our true self if we are to find existential security. Welcome in. Shannon, where you been, my love? So I'm not pulling cards here anymore, you guys. This is more so going to be like just a collective reading. So if you have any questions that I feel like I can answer, let's do that. All right, but again, this is happening at 12 degrees tonight. I'm going to start focusing on next week's transits. I believe I completed Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, all water signs. And I was going to start working on Aries, Leo, Sag readings, okay? So that's more so what I'm looking at here. Those won't be done until tomorrow. I got to walk back to the park and do those readings. Pretty little hawks here. There was one that was flying real low. Just one. And it had an orange belly. So what's the chakra for orange? That's the sacral. All right. Let's take a look real quick. Ouch. All right. So the sacral chakra is an energy center in the body that governs emotions, creativity, and sexuality. It is located in the lower abdomen, just below the navel. All right, so with emotions, it represents our right to feel and how we experience pleasure, connection, and expression. All right, creativity, it is where feelings and creativity come to life. Relationships is associated with social fulfillment and healthy boundaries. All right, so the color is orange, the element is water, the sense is what you taste, and it's associated to the planet of Venus. All right, so there could have been like a heavy feminine energy into these vibes. Venus being in Pisces and a square over to where the moon is in Sag currently. All right. You said your Cancer and Aquarius readings were off the chain, Jesse. Yeah, I know. Those are ones that I did with astrology. Trust me, I know. Don't worry, Shannon. We'll get back. Apparently, there's some moves happening. We're going to start busting some moves out the way, and then I can get back to work. Work, 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 work. I'm just looking into this. I don't know. It's giving me something with creativity. So where is this Sag placement like literally sextile to with Aquarius's energy for you? All right. So if it's in the house of creativity, it could be where Aquarius is in the 5th house. Who's that? Libra. All right. That's the house of like being self-expressive and creative. 2nd house could be also. So we can be looking at a Capricorn or a Libra. More so with cardinal energies. All right. Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. All right. So I'm feeling there. So for tomorrow, this is what I wanted to go over in this transit more so. As we're speaking here about adjustments that need to take place and announcing the new era of transformation that's coming through. A lot of people are not aligned in spirituality. They wouldn't even understand it. All right. They wouldn't understand it. But it's the willingness to want to announce it is what's going to be opposing energies tonight. All right. So 9:45 p.m. Keep it on there. What planetary hour is that? Planetary hour Mercury. And Mercury's currently in Capricorn. So it's going to be a very authoritative, you know what I mean? Whatever this is. You said, I have been so emotional today. Tears roll. I don't know why. Your Cancer and Aquarius readings were off the chain. Yeah. Were you crying? So Saturday, all right, which is tomorrow. Venus and Pisces trining over to Mars in Cancer. The moon in Sagittarius squared over to Saturn in Pisces. We've got the moon in Sag trining to Chiron in Aries. We've got the moon in Sag squaring over to Venus in Pisces. The moon in Sagittarius quincunx to Mars in Cancer. And then the moon in Sag quincunx to Uranus in Taurus. So it's mostly all moon and Sag energy all day. The only thing that's outside of that is going to be the Venus and Pisces trining over to Mars and Cancer. So heavy water energy. I told you guys we were like stepping into the weekend in this energy overall. All right. What else am I seeing here? Seeing a little bit of fire in here with Chiron and Aries. We just had the moon in Libra oppose Chiron and Aries. So there could have been a lot of like, you know, opposition and or tension there. But here the trine is going to bring in something auspicious. So Chiron is all about like the wounded healer. All right. What else am I feeling here? By the end of the night, it's going to be a lot of quincunx and a lot of square energy. So a lot of tension and discomfort tomorrow for Saturday night from 6:33 and 8:11 p.m. specifically within those transits. But what I wanted to get into was my SpongeBob face here. My nephew actually worked on this and I kind of worked around it. So tomorrow is going to be the alignment of events. I need to take this off my head. Ooh. Okay. So the alignment of events are going to take place tomorrow, which is the 25th. When I wrote this all down, I kind of had like thoughts going through my head. So I'm going to try to do my best to kind of like rework this out. The moon in Sagittarius, 22 degrees and 25 minutes, happening at 9. Is it this 6:30? This might be at 6:30 p.m. I can't remember exactly. Anyway, the moon in Sag, 22 degrees, 25 minutes. Venus and Mars are going to be very close together, probably like literally half of a degree apart. 22 degrees and 25 minutes. We're going to have Uranus at 23 degrees and 16 minutes and Neptune at 27 degrees and 48 minutes. A lot of these energies are literally like a few houses apart. All right, so where Mercury is in Capricorn, if we look over to where Pluto and the sun is in Aquarius, it's literally in the following sign. All right, so in Pisces, we have Saturn, Venus, Neptune, North Node. All right, so a lot of these energies are going to be aligned, and a lot of them are all in the 22nd degrees or above the 22nd degree. So when you look up in the sky and you're seeing the placements of the planets, it's more so like they're looking like they're in alignment. All right, the only one that's pretty much off a little bit is going to be the moon in Sag. You'll see Mercury directly after that because it's going to be, you know, the closest sign to Sag, which is in Capricorn. And then you'll see Saturn, Venus, Neptune, North Node. It would be like, you know what I mean, whatever you can see with the naked eye. Others, you're obviously going to need a telescope. But it's looking like, Uranus in Taurus, 23 degrees and 16 minutes. And then we got Mars in Cancer at 22 degrees and 25 minutes. So there's a lot of this whole like energy from, I want to say from yesterday, today, into tomorrow. All right, with these heavy 22 to 23 degrees with specific planets. All right, Venus, Mars, Uranus, Uranus, Venus, Mars, and Neptune. Okay, and then the moon obviously being in Sag as well. This is going to be a big deal. All right, so I don't know if we can look this up real quick on what time. For, what is it? January 25th of 2025. So it says, for the best view experience, head outdoors shortly after sunset or just before sunrise. Rural areas away from the city lights provide the clearest skies for observing this type of alignment. All right. It says, if you could hover above our solar system and look down on it on January 25th, 2025, this is where you find the planets, while 6 planets will be arrayed across in our evening sky, 4 visible and 2 not. The planets won't make a line in 3D space going outward from the sun, not even close. So what it's showing me here is Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. Let's see. Oh, I see. It's exactly the way I feel that it's showing here. I wish I could be able to draw this out for you guys. Nene! Nene! He's probably not going to hear me. Oh, hold on. I think I got a piece of paper here.
Yeah.
Can you bring me down one of your pieces of construction paper, Pop, please? And that black marker. I want to draw this out.
So you want the rainbow construction piece?
Huh?
The rainbow or the white one?
No, just bring me a blank white paper with the marker, the black marker that Fab left open. Thank you. Are my haters here? I'm running off for 2 hours of sleep, y'all, and my back is on fire, so I'm taking some Advil. You okay?
I got it on my shirt when I was walking.
That's all right. You never let me tag up either, can I? Let me get the belly piece. That's okay. I do it when we get upstairs. Okay.
I don't got no space on.
I'm going to find space.
Yeah, but a lot of people sign like half of the school.
He has on like his graduation shirt. And they all like sign their names on it. And I said, well, why couldn't I sign? Because it's not your school. Because like, okay. All right, so let me do my little diagram here. All right, so we got, this got to come off. It's driving me crazy. Hold on. So let me just do like a little circle.
Maybe I got makeup, so. No, it didn't.
Come here, Fab. Let me look at you.
Yeah, do you want to see the
You need more liquid in it? Where mommy put it? Let me see you.
Did you get pinker?
Back up. It's a pink eye. I don't know what you mean. Did it get pinker?
I never got pink eye before.
Does it hurt, Fab?
No.
Does it feel dry?
Yeah.
It does feel dry. Okay, well, you need to find the liquid. I don't know where mommy put it.
Wait, I think it don't feel dry.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
When mommy comes, you put it in liquid and I don't care. You're doing it. You need it, baby.
Let me see. All right, so we got Mercury and Cap. We've got the Sun and Pluto over here. and Aqua. We got, damn, Venus, Saturn, Neptune, and the North Node in Pisces. We've got over here Uranus and Taurus. Uranus and Taurus is at 23 degrees, 16 minutes. Venus, 22 degrees and 25 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's cool. Mercury in Cap, 22 degrees, 25 minutes. And then over here we got the moon in Sag at 22 degrees and 25 minutes. So the ones that I'm circling are all at the same degree or very close in proximity. If you look at the sky, this would be like looking in the sky. Here would be the moon. All right, then we will see Venus after. Where am I looking? No, moon over here in Sag, and then we will see Mercury. We will see Venus, and then we will see Uranus. All right, so these specific ones. There's other ones as well. I mean, who's fairly close? Neptune's there, but Neptune, you can't see that one. That one's far out. You would have to literally get a telescope. Oh, and Mars in Cancer. That's right. I forgot about Cancer. So Mars in Cancer also at 22 degrees and 25 minutes. So it would be like the moon, Venus, Neptune at 20, what is it? 27 and 48. This one would probably look like a little farther out, but that's okay. It's still in the 20s. All right, 22 degrees to 25 minutes on moon in Sag, Mercury in Capricorn. We see Venus. We see Uranus at 23 and 16, and then Mars in Cancer also at 22, 25. So if you look at the sky, everything will be aligned perfectly. All right, like that. Like this big, you know what I mean? Like that. I'm excited to see it. I hope I can see it. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. It says rural areas. I don't live in the damn rural area. I don't live in the rural area. Girl, you got to go. Bye. She said, what is the spiritual significance? If you understood transits, then you would know. I just read the Sabian symbols out to y'all. All right, you guys. So let's see. Well, all right, so let's go back through these transits then. Mars in Cancer at 23. Mars is still in retrograde, so we just had Mars in Cancer at 24 degrees. Let's look at 23 degrees. All right, so the meeting of a literary society, artistic influence, speaking about creativity, right? Those who function is to bring unconscious feelings to light, are both observers and co-creators of the soulful realities, learning the hidden language of image and metaphor. Says the categories of people who function is to ponder the more subtle aspects of society that are artistic, poetic, musical, and sensitive types. These folk attempt to understand society's emotional framework and hidden atmosphere well enough to capture and express its essence. They work most through metaphor and imagery. All right, so for those that are having the ability for like vision, obviously heavy Piscean energy right now with Venus, Saturn, Neptune, North Node, right? And then we also have the moon stepping in by next week as well. All right, so this is happening 25th. Today's we're on the, 24th? Yeah, it's happening tomorrow. So by next week, All right. By next weekend, we'll be seeing the moon step in as well into Pisces energy. There's a lot of energy here surrounding vision, spirituality, um, when it pertains to like creativity. All right, the imagination, um, love and vulnerability. Okay, a lot of that energy. And then the North Node's there, so this is part of like destiny right now, purpose. So that's Cancer at 22 degrees and 25 minutes. Let's just kind of like backtrack a little bit because I also want to tap into Jupiter, which Jupiter is in Gemini right before Cancer, and where we are currently at, what's that, 11 degrees. This is also in retrograde. All right, 11 degrees and 28 minutes. All right, so what we're looking at here is the 12th degree of Gemini, which we were just speaking about here with this opposition that's going to happen today with the moon and Sag. All right, so casting off the slave mentality and having the freedom of mind. All right, so this speaks all about growth here, and that's what Jupiter is. It's growth, it's expansion, it's abundance, it's prosperity. In the sign of Gemini, heavy communications today. Communications, it could be travels, it could just be but this is opposing energy, so it's going to bring confrontation. All right, siblings, neighbors. All right, Papi, tell her about Fab's eye. All right, siblings, neighbors, cousins. All right, it's just the whole deal. With that being of significance here. Whoa. So confrontation with that tonight. Take a look where we're moving into, what's this? Uranus and Taurus in retrograde. So again, Cancer, Gemini, Taurus, all retrograding. 24th degree. So this is all, yeah, whatever this Uranus and Taurus is doing is bringing out a lot of channeled aggression. All right, so it says during early stages of development, it remains crucial to establish identity or self and tribe by fighting for it if needed, channeling aggression. One side of human nature that needs to be channeled properly instead of being denied is the natural aggressiveness and potential for violence that can arise when survival is in doubt. Those who are foreign to each other are often fearful and feel threatened by the other. It is a fact of life that must be faced. It is not at all unusual for the spillover into competitiveness within one's own tribe. So meaning like your own specific family surrounding you right now. It's not to spill over into competitiveness with that. All right, or channeling aggression that way. It's only if you need to fight for it if needed. You know what I mean? If it belongs to the part of your identity is what I feel. All right, so it says an Indian warrior riding fiercely, human scalps hanging from his belt. All right, so there's a chain of like, I don't want to say a chain of command, but there it says here, conquest of the lower self leads to mastery and the power of command. So the power of command is a quality of great worth and found in only a few exceptional people. Only or often such people take pride in their appearance as a tool to convey this quality, although in the modern Western culture, it is more likely to be expansive suit than a scalp locks. All right. So supporting command or setting your power on attention, the power of attention. All right. It says at the highest levels of attainment, senses are honed and brought to the full service of an individual's aspirations and their ambitions. All right. So what are your aspirations in life? What are your ambitions? This is going to be things that are going to come up, especially if it has anything to do with the creativity happening. Let's take a look at, we did Mars, we did Jupiter, we did Uranus. Let's take a look at Venus at 22 degrees and 25 minutes. So we're going to look at the 23rd degree with Venus and Pisces. Now, this is kind of where it gets a little catchy because there's so much energy happening. I want to say Saturn is the only one farly out away from Venus, Neptune, and the North Node being from the 20th through the 30th degree. All right, I think Saturn is probably at what? 19 degrees, it says. Oh, sorry, no, that's the wrong date. 16 degrees and 40 minutes right now. All right, so it's fairly off, but it's still in the energy overall of Piscean energy. So let's just take a look from this 23rd degree. Spirit is phenomena. The price of living is dying. Whatever we do passionately puts us in harm's way. It literally feels like that. So say you're ambitious about something and you want to persevere towards that, and then it's causing some sort of competitiveness within your own tribe or surrounding your own family, right? Because they don't agree with whatever your beliefs are, whatever that may be. That's what this is, okay? It says our grasp on the nature of reality is a blend of the intuitive and the taught. And if we want to establish the truth of a unique or of our unique take on life, that we have to substantiate that what we think or feel is true. In the new age, there are many hopeful people yearning for a new way forward and ready to grasp at straws, believing in absurdities and trusting their untested intuition to an unrealistic degree. Such blind faith has more to do with blindness than faith. There are more, charlatans and fools than there are wise and honest teachers and healers. And even the sincere leaders may not be fully awakened and be missing various pieces of the jigsaw. The real ones are typified by the willingness to serve, often expending significant of their vital energies. All right, so it's kind of giving me like those that are believers, they're believers. Those are the ones that are seeking and to be healers, all right, and honest teachers, as they would say, very because of the wisdom that you now have. All right, others are like unrealistic. They don't see to see. Let me not even go there. It's a very sensitive topic, that's why, and I say that because I'm looking at it here. There's a sense of this yoga meditation and being in I don't want to call it a trance because it's not a trance. It's literally like a meditation. It's a spiritual meditation. All right. So it says we tend to make real whatever we imagine. So if someone hears you or you say words that come out of your mouth, it comes real into someone else's mouth because they heard it. You see what I'm saying? It says the spiritists were also called sensitives. They were exceptionally open to subtle communications from non-physical realms using Ouija boards and mesmerism techniques. They teach that spirit reincarnates eternally. We are all subject to processes that shape the mind and condition in. I can't even speak right now. We are all subject to processes that shape the mind and condition its perceptions. There is a need for care because we can become negatively affected by the steam of difficulties, real and or imagined, which life presents to us as a result of the common pessimism brought to bear upon the mind training process. Confusion and instability are widespread disorders of the general population. Poor-minded management will always result in disorientation and probably subjugation. The more sensitive we are, the more important this becomes because there is a danger of a degree of possession when we open up. So say you want to open up to someone spiritually that doesn't understand a damn thing. They look at you like you're being pessimistic, but you're actually being optimistic and going after your goal of spirituality. See what I'm saying? All right. What was that? That was Venus's energy in Pisces, which is actually exalted there to where it's comfortable. It knows exactly what it wants. Neptune in Pisces at the 28th degree. Let's take a look. A fertile garden under the full moon. And this is where we're like realizing a faith here. All right. Enough is a feast. Success in mastering the earth plane is measured by our ability to win abundance without becoming slave to greed. Fulfill your desires. So Sufism teaches of 7 planes of existence, each with a special mystery, and the mystery of the earth plane is abundance. So the self-denial within asceticism may well be an important stage by which we learn to let go of need, but a more advanced level of development is typified by having no embarrassment about what the desire and or fulfillment is. It could be spiritually, it could be monetarily. It's going to be different for everyone. All right, it says it takes mastery to cope with both sides of the challenges of physical life. The first test is to determine whether we can create plenty. The next is to learn the feeling of abundance, and that is not supported by greed. Enough is a feast. So not wanting too much like of material is what this is. All right, so it says a fertile garden under the full moon reveals a variety of full-grown vegetables. It could be literally food that you could be proud of or happy for. All right. Ultimacy. Being worldly and ordinary is quite a blessing and a spiritual practice for the advanced seeker. All right, so it's coming through as resources for knowledge with the worldly processes that enable us to be appropriately, willingly, and effectively going after our spiritual principles. All right, so it's coming through as like a sacred service, I guess you can say. Yeah. It says a great deal of personal satisfaction with life can be gained when we focus our outer reality, things and situations. The race survives according to its ability to maintain concentration on hard facts, however relevant or inner reality may be to us. All right, so it doesn't matter the reality of a situation or what you believe to be the reality of a situation. It's what you have facts on. That would be in the transits, in the energy. You see what I'm saying? What else? We did Neptune, we did Venus, Uranus, we did Jupiter, we did Mars. Let's do Mercury and Capricorn at the 23rd degree. Two awards for bravery in war. Reconciliation here as well. All right, so we've got society's duty towards the individual. We may confidently expect that all we do in service towards the collective will need. I can't speak. Society's duty towards the individual. We may confidently expect that all we do in service towards the collective need will be appropriately rewarded in time. So recognition of the heroic efforts of others on different paths. So you're on a different path, that person, it doesn't matter. All right. Even though an evolved person has no attachment to rewards or fear of penalty, nonetheless, it is normal to expect recognition and recompense when we put ourselves to inconvenience and risk in service of the greater good. This is fair. It underpins the principle of justice and right relationships between the community as well as in the individual. All right, so this is a soldier receiving 2 awards for bravery in combat. Let's be real. For those spiritual souls out there, all right, that are going through this transformation, they're being recognized. With leadership comes both high reward and wondrous duties. Whew. Oh my gosh. So it says, rising above the pack, we are exalted, not by our self-proclaiming words and cocky attitudes, but by our personal vision and character. Other concerns are subordinated, so that the compelling goal of living actually becomes nothing more than the advancement and presentation of our values, perhaps as teachings to guide others. That's the whole point of spirituality, is to guide others. All right, for those that believe in what you believe in. If they don't, then that's okay. All right. Moon and Sag at the same time, 23 degrees. So remember, right now, and what's happening is kind of like saying that there's an announcing of a new era. We're in the age of Aquarius, right? Everything here is going to be very innovative very soon. I mean, everything is like AI. A lot of people are already attending church online. Like, all right. But it's an announcement of transformation that's coming. It's a large movement of people coming together, large communities of people coming together. All right, let's take a look. What was it? 23 degrees. So immigrants entering and discovering essence. Any big change demands of us that we hold firm to the deepest parts of our integrity while adapting to new conditions, courageously discovering our place in life. During stages of transition, we must find a way not only to strengthen the faith that we have in essence self, but also to be willing and able to adopt new ways of being and new perceptions. This applies whether we move home or to a new town, change jobs, or join a social group. It must particularly apply when we move to a new level of consciousness. There are new realms to discover and new beliefs and realizations to embrace. These can be very disturbing and rattle up the status quo. We must not lose the sense of who we are at core. So things are going to be changing here, whether that be a location, whether that be a job, whether that be a specific group of people you surround yourself by. It shows who you are as a person at core. All right, so there's the entrance here. With faith, imagination, and expectation, we create a life, a new life every day. All right. So reward and recognition is what I feel keeps coming through overall. That's what I'm feeling. I mean, water in my head is like pounding from this bun. I can't take it. Well, ooh, ooh. I'm just reading comments. You guys give me a minute. Whoa, what happened? I love when I have the chat open because I can see who are really not part of my community. So welcome in, everybody. Esmeralda, you missed my live earlier today. You should have seen it. I was out in nature. Aura said, give me some fire because I live in a cold place. You scared of the cold? Don't be scared of the cold. It's actually good for you. Breathing techniques. Ouch. Brenda, you said I might actually get to see something from the middle of the cornfield. We gotta be up right before the sun comes up or right after it goes down. You say you wish you saw it? I don't know. I didn't get to see it. This is all dated for the tomorrow, the 25th. So get up early and go outside and see it. Well, that's the way it's coming through. So, what am I looking at here? Okay, so yeah, we spoke about Saturday's dates, or transits for that date, with the Venus in Pisces trining to Mars in Cancer, 22 degrees, 25 minutes, with the Moon in Sag squared over to Venus in Pisces at 22 degrees and 24 minutes. Very interesting. We're going to see the Moon square to Venus, and then it's going to quincunx over to Mars in Cancer within literally 3 minutes apart. That's tense right there. Very, very tense. So 6:33, 6:36 in the afternoon. Sunday, I like these energies better. It's giving like early evening. So Mercury in Capricorn sextiled over to Neptune in Pisces. And then we see Venus in Pisces sextiled over to Uranus in Taurus. But by the evening, all right, I'm sorry, fairly early morning. I didn't notice. I wrote it wrong. The Moon in Sag will square over to Neptune in Pisces, and the Moon in Sag squared over to North Node in Pisces. All right, so it's given 4:39 a.m. to 6:30 a.m. It looks like square energies there. All right, with some slight tension. I would say tension. You loved the geese this morning. They were beautiful, weren't they? I love them. When they go like this, and they line up together like a big V. It's perfect. It's like they know exactly where to point that message. Okay. Wow. So in the morning tomorrow, if you guys are looking at this transit, the ascendant in Aries, well, for me specifically, and where I'm located here in Jersey, all right, starts at 9:40 a.m. And that ascendant will be in Aries. All right, and the descendant would be in Libra at 9:38 p.m. So obviously, you know, it's like a 12-hour difference. But you got to look at the sky pretty much. I mean, I don't know. Let's see what the planetary hour is. I don't know when the sun rises normally. Here, it's probably like around 7 something in the morning. Let me look at the planetary hour for tomorrow. So we don't start off the top of the day up until 7:15 a.m. tomorrow. So yeah, I'm feeling like 7 o'clock in the morning. All right, where the sunrise is there. And we'll be at the planetary hour of the moon. So the moon is obviously in Sag. It won't hit that 22nd degree to the 23rd degree until about late evening, 6:33. Yeah. You said what? I missed it. I was in nature delivering packages. Yeah. You still delivering packages for the post office, Shannon? That's crazy. All right, well, that was part of my life. Now I can talk. Ouch. I was coming out of the park today, and there's a police officer there. He wasn't in a police car, though. Definitely was a police officer. He was driving in a Dodge, some Dodge car. I don't remember exactly what kind it was. Might have been like a Charger, like a Dodge Charger. But when he saw me walking, I guess he thought I was doing something. I don't know. But I kind of walked down one block, and he ended up spinning the corner and came back down that same street that I was walking. And when I noticed him, I was like, why did he come back around the second time? I don't know if he was concerned if there was anything wrong, but there could be like authority around your energy, whatever that is. Oh, France was in the building. Oh, goodness. So that's what I'm going to be working on, you guys. I'm going to start getting my transits ready for next week. I'm going to be going from, I think I did Sunday already. Yeah, I'm going to be going from Monday to Sunday, and that'll be stepping into the beginning of February. All right. So heavy on, what do you call it? I think we've got the moon in Capricorn coming up. Yeah. So the moon in Capricorn is stepping in on, what day is it? The 26th. So Sunday, early morning. All right. And where we saw the two transits that I said we're going to be at a square with Neptune and the North Node in Pisces with that moon in Sag, that energy would move out. And we would ingress into the moon in Capricorn at 8:43 a.m. All right. So we'll see moon in Capricorn. We'll see the moon in Aquarius. We'll see the new moon in Aquarius on Wednesday the 29th. All right. And then moon in Pisces by the weekend. So by the 1st, which is on that Saturday. I think the 31st is a Friday, yeah. By the way, that's my birthday, you guys. So make sure you're on. I'll do a live on my birthday. I'm not going to be doing much. All right, let's see. Moon will be in Pisces. Pisces is my second house, so normally it just calls for my creativity and for me to be using my gifts. My gifts. My gifts. All right, I'm closing this out, you guys. I'll catch you on the next live.